Hey everyone, it's Susie Lee with Bellalina Boutique. Come on in. Welcome to my segment of Craft Around the Clock. I'll be with you for 45 minutes. And if you're watching here on Facebook or on YouTube later on, welcome in. Come on in and let's get started. I have got a fun project. I always say that, but this one really is something that I've been waiting a long time to do with you all. I bought this mirror probably maybe a year ago at Hobby Lobby. It was in the clearance section, and I'm here to tell you, if you see something at Hobby Lobby and it's damaged, look at it in a different light. Look at it a little differently and say, what could I do to maybe mask that, or to use it maybe in a different way, or utilize parts of it or something like that. Anyways, especially when the item was a $40 item marked down to like $3.50 or something. It was crazy. It was a crazy good deal. And I'm going to be using this in my home. So if it doesn't turn out, I'll be just fine. I'll be fine with it. I'll fix it. Anyway, come on, and if you're just jumping on, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how you're doing in your neck of the woods. All you Southerners I know are freezing half slapped to death. I know you are. Here I am barefoot, and it's like 0 degrees here. Once in a while I put on socks. I do. I probably should have put on socks today. I almost cut my toe off. Forgot to tell you about that story. That was a fun story when I was cleaning up here the other day. Yeah. Anyway, that's okay. I just held a paper towel on my toe and just kept cleaning with the other. I have 2 hands and I have 10 toes. So, you know, I'm good. I got my little Lazy Susan here. And I'm going to be painting some roses. We're going to be putting some roses on a gorgeous Hobby Lobby mirror, a big round one. And I've prepped it because it would have taken me till next Thursday to do it all with you. And I only have 45 minutes, but I've been making these roses. Oh, let me show you. Let me just show you. I've been making a few roses in between my decluttering and cleaning and organizing and all of the things. I've been making these roses. Now you might look at these here and say, they're different colors. Yeah, I did this specifically. I painted them with Fusion Mineral Paint in the raw silk. I want them that creamy white, because I'm going to place them around the mirror, and we're going to, I wanted them this color, but I wanted to show you what I did to get in all the nooks and crannies real quick. This makes for quick work. All I did was you spray a little bit, or you wet your brush really good. Get it a little sloppy. That's what you're going to do. And you're going to add your paint. Now I use Fusion Mineral Paint. You can use a chalk paint if you wish. You can do that. But I like Fusion Mineral Paint because of the coverage. It's really, really good coverage. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I am going to, I like the Fusion Mineral Paint coverage. Like I said, I just added a little spritz of water, because this is acrylic-based paint. This is just acrylic base, but it's a really good paint. And I just get in and just dapple it on like this. And then once I get it nice and puddled around, make sure you get around the edges too, because you know there's a little edge on these. Are, by the way, if you have never tried Form Flex clay, I'm going to be working with this today. That's what these are all made from. Now I made them with this Prima redesign mold, but I wanted them, these are all kind of flat roses, and I wanted a couple of them to be more 3D. So I'm going to show you how to make a quick 3D rose with Form Flex clay. How about that? And I'm trying not to be wasteful with my Fusion Mineral Paint, simply because I'm running low. I got to get out to the store, but I'm afraid I'll freeze to death. The Fusion Mineral Paint store is a great place. At least mine is. Okay, so that quick, it's done. Okay, and I like to kind of smooth it out a little. I don't like to get it on my hands, because I'll tell you what, when you do, it's hard to get off. Unless you use the new product that I found at Target, and even the Dollar Tree carries the Meyer cleaner. It comes in all different fragrances. I love that stuff. Love it. Anyway, let's just try this up. Hey, sweet Deborah K. Widener. Cypress Designs is in the house. How are you? I love Form Flex too. I made this little rose. It's kind of a 3D-ish rose with it earlier, a couple of hours ago. I'm going to show you how I did it. I wanted a couple of them to stand up and stand out, you know, and I might put more than one in once I get them all placed on the mirror. These dried by themselves. I had to pluck them off the plate. These I was smart enough to put, well, not that smart, Susie, because the paint dried on some of them. Oh, shoot. Well, I'm going to have to pluck. Some of the residual paint is hanging on, and we don't want that as part of the decor. So I'll have to do that too. Well, maybe I can do, I'm ambidextrous. I can dry with one hand and pluck with the other. Or not. I'll probably get hurt. I'll probably get hurt, I'm thinking. Oh my goodness gracious, people. So, yeah, these got, see what I'm saying? Because the paint, the residual of the paint where it dried got stuck. And you don't want that. We'll let this dry and we'll pluck. First time watching from Ohio. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. We love newbies. Make sure you click that follow button so you can find me again if you like what you see. Right now, you're probably going, what are you doing, lady? Well, Susie made a boo-boo. I painted these and left them to dry like a big dummy. And these are little Form Flex molds that I made. For those of you just hopping on and going, what is that crazy woman doing? Flapping her jaws while she's picking at these things. Well, there's paint on them and there's not supposed to be. So there's that. I might just leave a couple of them because I might not use all these leaves. All right, that's good enough for now. Close enough is good enough, right? Okay, so these are the ones I just did, correct? Yes. We don't want that happening with these. So I'll just take this off and lay it upside down over here when I need it. Those over here. The top part's dried already. That's another thing about this paint, this Fusion Mineral paint. It dries really quick, and I love that. All right, I want to show you real quick how you can make, with Form Flex clay compound. It's a molding compound. It's not really a clay. Well, I guess it is. I guess you could say it is. What I like to do, it's so soft. It's like butter. It's so soft and so pliable. And here's the thing. You don't get the little fissures in them, you know, the little cracks and stuff that you... I love your sweaters and tops. Ah, thank you. Walmart. That was a Walmart. I'm a Walmart shopper. Anyway, all right. So this is what we're going to do. Susie, here it is. Good. I got these at Hobby Lobby in the cake decorating section. These are for fondant molds. And these are like little petals for a flower. I got the silicone flower, which I'm not using today. It shows all the veining in the flower. It's really pretty, but I'm not using that one today. All I'm going to do here is I'm going to lay this flat. Probably don't need to do it on this, but it's working. It's working. I'm going to take a few of these like this, and just like a cookie cutter, you cut them and pop them out. I'll do 3 of each. Set them aside. I might need a little bit more because I'm going to make some bigger ones. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sizes for the petals. Okay, the next one up would be this size. So I'm just going to do a couple of these. Maybe 3. I said a couple. A couple is 2. A few is 3. Did y'all know that? At least that's what I've always heard. And the next one up from that, see, they stack inside of each other, which is kind of neat for storage. I'm into the storage thing now. I'll make sure storage and organization is optimal for my things, all the things I have, right? And it doesn't matter really how thick you make this. You can make it real thin or thick because I'm going to squish it down with my hand anyways. So, okay, there's one. Turn this way so we can fit it in there. It's just like cookie cutters, right? It's awesome. And the beauty of this is there's no waste, because you just take this, pop it back in your bag. This lasts for a long time in the refrigerator. It's got a little Ziploc at the top, and you can just zip it up and store it in your fridge, and it lasts for a long time. Mine doesn't last that long though, because I use it up. I use this a lot. I use Form Flex a lot. Okay, so what you're going to do is you want to make this kind of like about a 1/16 of an inch. These are your petals, okay? And you're just going to pinch, pinch, pinch. So yeah, you just pinch it. See how nice and thin that is? See how that is? Just not to where you can see through it, just, you know, and set it aside. And so these are the two bigger ones I did. So I make them nice and thin. And I like that this doesn't get the little fissures or little cracks in it, as I said, because, and I like to make the petals kind of uneven and like you would see in nature, a rose petal, right? It's just kind of got little peaks and curves and all kinds of fun things in it. I'm just going to take this one now and I'm just going to pinch all of them, mainly on the sides. I'm going to pinch it all the way around, but mainly on the sides and in the center where it comes to a peak, you know, just like that. They look like little teardrops. And just pinch, pinch, pinch. Pinch them all up. And I'm doing this rather quickly because I have a lot of placement to do. And then I want to stain it if I can. If I still have time, I want to. Oh, I put this away too soon. I need a little sprig of it for the center of the flower. I'm going to show you how I do that. Just a little bit. Doesn't take much. This is probably too much, actually. There we go. Sometimes this stuff is like, is almost too sticky. I almost like let it sit out for a little bit because it's so pliable and so easy to work with. But if you put it on parchment, or if you, sometimes I just take it and use the back of my my silicone molds like this. This is a great tip here. Okay, so all I'm going to do is press this little, I did like what, a 4-inch roll, little roll in my hand. And I just press it down and I kind of bring one end to a thin, I like it kind of on the thin side though, you know, press it down, pull it up. And then I like to start with it kind of thin and then push it down as I go. And I start rolling it like a little tiny roll like that. You see how it's rolling like that? And this is so pliable and so easy to control. Just start rolling it, and you start your center of your flower like that. And you just keep rolling it and rolling it. And as you're rolling it, you can push it down, make it nice and thin. So it looks like the petals are forming. And what you're going to do is you're going to lighten up on the roll. As you're going down the roll, you're going to kind of lighten up on it and make the roll a little bit bigger. Make sure you're staying on the thin side, especially at the edge, and just keep rolling it. It's kind of like playing with Play-Doh, right? Only better. Only better because it doesn't have that weird smell you get with Play-Doh. It's better than Play-Doh. It's non-toxic. I love this product. It is awesome. Miss Tammy Yacht at Form Flex Compound is where you will find this. Okay, so I think that's plenty for the center of our rose. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So then I just take my finger, and where I lightly rolled it, I kind of pull it out just like that so that the petals look like they're starting to bloom just a little. So easy, right? Have you ever tried this? I mean, seriously, it's simple. And you can even take a little stick, a little dowel, if you have it, or, you know, one of these little skewers, and you can separate your petals. Get in there, and you can turn them downward if you need to, like roll them, which I'll do with these in the end. But you can kind of roll them downward, make them nice and thin, like that. And it kind of makes everything start to look more realistic. Okay, so then you're going to take, move this now. You're going to take Well, maybe I will use a medium one because this is kind of a small bud. I will use the medium size one. I might not use the big ones at all, but you're going to wrap it around the base. All right, so you take the next one and you wrap it right underneath the one before it, and you just keep squeezing it at the base so that it kind of connects, right? You see what's happening here? We're forming the little petals of the rose. Just keep squeezing it. This part's going to get all cut off, so don't worry about it. Do not worry about that at all. Just make sure as you're squeezing it, you're pushing it toward the center where it's making a connection. Okay, like that. Okay, I'm going to take the third one here. I'm just going to lay it down here, right? And what I do is I overlap. Each petal gets kind of overlapped against the one before it. So you got these little sweet, that one broke. Put another one on there. We can fix it. You got these sweet little petals you're formulating, see? Like that. And then you're going to take a little blade, don't cut yourself. And just keep pushing them in at the bottom to where they make a nice connection. I might do one more layer of petals down here. Seems like it needs to be there we go. I love it. I think it's so pretty. One more right here, I think. I think will be good once you put this one in. And another thing you can use is some of this Titebond Quick and Thick. If they don't want to stick to each other, a little bit of water or even a little bit of Titebond. I'm going to take these and put them all back in the bag because I'm going to call this one done. A little bit of Titebond will hold them together for you. Really nice. Okay, because what I'm going to do actually is we are going to put Titebond on these with a brush. Okay, like that. And squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the way around. As I'm squeezing, I'm pushing up so that they'll make the petals will make a nice connect. Okay. And cut that off like that. And I'm going to set it aside over here with this one that's been, lost that petal. That's okay. We're going to just fix that and make it lay so that you can't see that. But these two are going to be the 3D look that I'm looking for. Okay, so that's how you make a flower with. And you can take your time if you're doing it yourself. You don't have to rush like I'm doing or any of that. Isn't that pretty? So easy, right? Okay, this is Titebond Quick and Thick. I love this stuff because it comes out white and turns clear. So that's a nice thing, right? Love, love, love this. And my sweet friend Becky Morecraft sent me this thing, and this is like worth its weight in gold because it keeps it flowing. Keeps it flowing and going. All right, so we're going to take these some aside. Want to see the pretty mirror I bought for $3.50? Look at that bad boy. Isn't that great? Look at that. I'm going to put it on here. It fits just perfectly. But right here, and it's perfect because here's the mechanism that hangs it, right? And it was $40. You can see it says, well, of course it's backwards. It says $39.99. So right down from that mechanism is the crack in the glass. Who cares? We're going to fix that. We don't care. We're going to fix that. So we're going to start with some of these bigger flowers, and we're just going to go all the way around here, and we're just going to start applying them with. So these are the biggest ones that I made from that mold, from this Prima redesign mold. I got this on Amazon, I believe. Let me shut this bag, because if you don't shut it, it's going to dry out on you. So you want to make sure that you protect your investment there. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush. I'm going to spritz it just a little bit, just a hint, just because I don't like going in with a dry brush. It just feels like, I don't know, it's not flexible enough for me. Anyway, this is the biggest mold, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave 2 spots for the middle for those bigger roses, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start placing them here and there, and I'm going to leave like maybe 3 or 4 inches. I think I'll do it this way. So it covers the whole, whoops, it covers the edge. And I'm only going to go up like halfway on each side. So what you do to one side, you're going to want to do to the other. So you just kind of press it down and just keep painting on your Form Flex. I love this stuff. It's so easy to work with. Okay. And same thing with this one. So if this one has the stem going toward the middle, this one's going to have the stem going toward the middle as well. Okay. What I probably should do, real quick, is make sure where I'm placing these initially, just because I'm going to move this one over just a sniver. Hold on. Because where it's going to hang, I want it centered. Okay. Move this one. Whoop. Shoot, Susie. Like that. Yes. Just kind of eyeballing it where this is going, where it's going to hang, this part's going to be centered and it's going to build around that going that way. So that makes, hopefully that makes sense to you. And I'm going to fill in with some of the medium-sized ones going all the way up and overlap. So I'm going to kind of pick this little rosebud up here, and I'm going to overlap them, just kind of put them real close together, snug them up. That's all I'm going to do. I actually saw this, I don't know if it was on Pinterest or something. It was more of an oval frame. So I'm going to put them as close as I can to each other. And then where there's gaps, I'm going to put the little flowers, the tinier flowers, okay? So there's my system. There's medium ones, and there's all sorts of sizes. Okay, then there's this one is the next biggest. I only made 2 of the really big ones just to get me started here. Okay, and I'm making sure that the stems or the vines or whatever they are going toward the middle. Okay. Okay, where's the next one like that? There's another one just like this. Here it is. And you don't need a lot of this glue because it's pretty powerful. And before I lay it down, I kind of like gauge to see, pull that little piece off there that didn't belong. What's nice about the Form Flex is even once it's dry, this has been dry probably a couple weeks, it will still form around the edge of stuff. You can heat it and it'll move and bend without breaking. It's a really good product. I love it for that reason. Anyway, then I have these little rose buds as well. We can just, kind of take a couple of these and stick them in there and make them. What I do to one side, I'm going to do to the other. It's basically as I can. I'm not going to get cray-cray with it or anything like that, but I'm just going to, lay it down. Yeah, that's pretty. Kind of stacking it a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit more glue to the back of this one because we can. My favorite thing, because we can. Okay, where's the other one like that? I have a plethora of leaves, as you saw as well. So I'm just gonna keep layering, keep placing. Pretty easy, pretty simplistic. But like I said, here's the break in the glass where it was, like I said, it was a $40 item I got for like $3.50 in the clearance. I love it. I'm like the clearance Hobby Lobby doctor. Like the doctor is in, and so I will look at something and turn it around and try to figure things out, different ways that I could. How could I save this? You know, any which way I can. Okay, I'm gonna put this one like off to the. Cover this one up a little. Get back where you belong. Where do you think you're going? Add a little more glue. Hold it down. And quick and thick is just what it says. It's thick and it works really quick. So if you get some on the glass, not to worry. You can take your little blade and get in there and wipe it right up. I got paint on this glass and I went around with a blade and got it off for the most part. Like you say, though, you're not going to see it. Only part you're going to really see is at the top, because I'm not going to cover the top. I was going to turn this to where it fits like a puzzle. Okay, at the end over here. Snug it up. And where there's like a crack in between the flowers, you can take, where's the smaller ones? Here's some tinier ones, some little bitty ones, and those you can just like layer over top, so you're filling in all the cracks as well, just like that. I have little buds too, little tiny rose buds that I made for that. Isn't that cool? Like these little ones right here. They're like little, I love those. They're like little tiny buds coming off of the bigger flower, the vine. I can put one right here. Yeah. Let's see, there's another one over here. There's a little crack right there. I'm just going to cover them up where I see a crack. I'm going to try to make it as uniform as I can on each side. Does that make any sense to anybody but me? And we can add leaves where you see cracks too. You can add these little, I made these really cute little leaves. There'll be more cracks as we go up, as we're going up the way. Nice and thick. That's the key. Just don't spare, because this is going to dry clear. So don't be sparing with it. Just put it on there. There we go. My chair needs some oil. It's cracking and squeaking and making all kinds of funny noises. Thank you for sprinkling. Oh, Laura, you're so sweet. All right, let's see here. I think I'm going to just lay this one. Can you guys even see on the side where I'm laying it? Let me center this a little bit better so you can kind of see. If I turn it this way, maybe you can see better. That was the whole idea of using the Lazy Susan, right? So I could turn it easily for y'all to see. Okay, so right now it's symmetrical for the most part. Putting these in here, once I get them painted up in that, I wanted them kind of big in the center and then moving out. I might add a couple more of these in the end. I might. Never know. Never know about me. But And it'll probably be off camera if I do, because I know I'm probably going to run short of time. Even as much as I prepped for this, I knew that that was going to be an issue. I knew for sure that that would be an issue. So, but that's okay. I made a bunch of these little filler flowers, so I can just go like that and stack them. How pretty. Yeah, I saw this on, I think Pinterest or somewhere. I saw a picture of something like, it was for sale. I didn't even look to see how expensive it was. I should have. I should see if I can find how expensive this is, because here's the thing. This is going to cost like pennies on the dollar compared to that one. Of course, that one was, you know, it was probably made to perfection, but hey, we'll do our best. We will do our best to reproduce this one. Oh, that was kind of biggish there. Probably should, oh, I got one more over here that I can use just like it. See, I tried to make as many of one as I did, you know, for one side, for even amounts, is what I'm trying to say. What are we trying to say here, Susie? Oh, no. Who the heck knows? Yeah, I'm liking this. See how this is coming together? I love it. This is exactly what I was hoping it would be like. Okay, I'm going to add some leaves, because, like, why not? Like a leaf here or there. Like one little leaf coming out here. This is, this leaf is really pretty. It's one of my favorites. I can find another one. There it is. They're small, but it has like a little curl in it, and it's really cute. It's got a little bit of a curl. Okay. Yeah. Whoops. I just put that one down, so it's not quite dry yet. There's that little curly leaf. I've got some more Type Bond. I might have to pull it out. I might. I'm just stacking these curly leaves on top of that rosette, and then moving along. I need one more curly leaf, if there is one. If not, I'll have to use something different. None over here. Oh, here's one. It was right in front of me. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Just sitting there looking at me. Okay. And then we're going to put one down here, going in this direction, like that. Oh yeah, that's cute. Can you guys see this up close? I mean, can you see it well enough? See what I'm doing? I think you can. It looks like you can in the monitor. So hopefully that helps. I've got a couple more of these medium-sized ones that I'm going to use here. Then I'm going to start kind of scaling them down. Can I get any more out of this Type Bond? Do I have to? Yeah, look at that. I have to open the next one. I will. I like to use all I got. This one right here. At the edge over here. What time we got? Oh, it's 4 o'clock. I had no idea it was that late. I gotta let y'all go, but I'm gonna show you this. And the next time you see it, it's going to be, the next time you see it, it's going to have glaze in it, and it'll have like some dimension going on. But this is what you can do with a Hobby Lobby clearance piece very, very easily and simply. This is going to hang in my foyer. I think it's going to be gorgeous. I will take pictures. And if you like this sort of thing, make sure you give me a follow at Bellalina Boutique. Thanks so much for joining me, you guys. And I will see you again probably on Monday at 6
Okay,
o'clock.
guys, here's a
Love you
close-up
all.
of those
Bye-bye.
roses. Aren't they beautiful? I wanted to show you how I finished it. I decided instead of using glaze to use the Bear's Dark Wax. You just add a little bit on a soft stencil brush and rub it in. I use the top of the Bear's Wax can lid, and I just rub it in really, really well into all the nooks and crannies, just like you're seeing here. And once I feel like I have a few of them done, I take a baby wipe and I just gently go over them and wipe it back so that eventually all that's left is just a little bit of stain and all of the waxes and the cracks and crevices. And that's pretty much it. Here it is in its new home.